What might be possible in sport if performance-enhancing drugs were all allowed? A 90-minute marathon, a 15-metre-long jump, swimmers faster than speedboats? Well, we might soon find out. The inaugural Enhanced Games, or the Doping Olympics, as it's been dubbed, aims to rival professional athletics, but with a twist. You can basically take whatever you like. I'm joined by the president of these Enhanced Games, Aron D'Souza, and five-time Olympian Mark Foster. All right, Aron, sell it to me. Why on earth should we want or have a doping Olympics where everyone just dopes themselves up?
Because science is real, Piers. Medicine is real. Technology is here.
So it's cheating.
It's not cheating at all. We're creating a level, open playing field. Cheating is happening at the Olympic Games because they have a highly constrained environment with an artificial rule set. And in the Enhanced Games, we want to do everything out in the open to create a much safer, fairer, truthful environment.
Are you deadly serious about this?
Absolutely.
You think you can genuinely put on an event where everyone's doped up?
Absolutely.
So like the cycling when Lance Armstrong was doing it, where they're all on drugs?
And it's much safer, Piers, when it's done out in the open.
But were they taking legally
prescribed, clinically supervised performance enhancement regimes?
All right, Mark, this might sound completely nuts, but is the existing system being so discredited with so many cheats? Is there some method to this madness?
No, well, I was wondering if it was the reason why I came in is to see whether it was a serious thing and whether these things are going to happen and how far it's gone. My head tells me that it's completely unsafe, and I think people will abuse it, and people die from taking drugs on a daily basis anyway. I mean performance-enhancing drugs. And I just think, where does it go? We seem to have safeguards in place. Yes, some people slip through the net. There is WADA, the World Anti-Doping Association, do have things in place. And there still are people out there that do cheat if they choose to, but it's a very small minority. I just think looking at this from the outside, it's just got death written all over it.
I mean, it has. I mean, what are you going to do if people start dying? Because they're all trying to out-dope each other. They're all taking whatever they want. I mean, it's a completely insane idea, isn't it? You're a lawyer. I mean...
Yes, I am a lawyer, but...
Aren't you just going to be on the receiving end of massive amounts of lawsuits?
Well, in fact, there are quite a number of international sporting competitions that do not have drug testing. The X Games, for example, which is probably the most prevalent challenger to the Olympic Games, does not have drug testing. The NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball have drug testing regimes that are not compliant with WADA. The Olympic Games is...
Well, they still have drug testing.
Well, it's much, much lighter because the power...
Yeah, but you're taking all the limits off and you're saying anyone can take anything. So if people want to win and they think there's money at the end of it or a big prize or whatever it may be, they're going to take a lot of stuff, and that is going to be very dangerous.
Well, we must believe that athletes who are adults with free and informed consent should be able to make choices about their own bodies. My body, my choice. Your body, your choice. Enhancements are present in our society. I see you have a coffee cup right there. Caffeine is the most used enhancement probably in the world, right? And should the government or should some paternalistic sports organization be telling you, Piers, how much caffeine you should be able to drink?
All right, Mark, again, I think the idea of this is insane, but it's a coherent argument if you want to go to that insane way. My issue, I think, my concern like yours, is it just seems incredibly dangerous.
I represented Britain for 23 years at senior level and went to 5 Olympics, and I abided by the rules. I think people always twist the rules. I'd always be amazed by how fast somebody could go if they took something. But the bottom line is, I don't think that's got any place in sport at the moment. I just don't see...
Would people watch it?
Probably, possibly. I don't know a lot about the X Games. I think the thing is, if there wants to be competition towards IOC, because IOC has got the monopoly of the Olympics, and there's another sporting body, that's one thing, but I don't see this.
The Olympic Games has had a monopoly on power. They've run the international sporting world for 120 years.
And you want a piece of that action?
I want to show the world that there's a better way, not to waste hundreds of billions of dollars of taxpayer money every 4 years by building dozens of stadiums, throwing them away, and waste and corruption upon corruption. There's a better way to do sports, and most importantly, to people like Mark, a way to pay the athletes.
And your argument is if they're all doping, none of them are cheats.
That's right, absolutely. It's fair.
But how do you stop them dying? How do you stop them dying?
Clinical supervision, right? So how do people not die from taking pharmaceutical medications? When you go to your doctor, you talk to your doctor openly and honestly about what you're intending to do, the conditions that you're suffering from.
Does that mean they still sort of compete under rules then? Because there are, as you say, they can't overdose themselves. You're saying there's still rules and regulations where they go and get their drugs from.
Yeah, absolutely. We would never encourage anyone to order steroids online from a sketchy pharmacy in Mexico and inject themselves. That's really unsafe.
All right.
That's what athletes are
When are you
doing.
hoping to get this event on?
December of 2024 is when we anticipate to run.
Are any top athletes going to do it? They told you.
I am pleased to report that we have over 400 athletes who have registered on our website. We have athletes like Christina Smith, Brett Fraser, Roland Schumann, Olympians all around who are on our athletes advisory board. And it's time to shake up the system. It's time to have a conversation about how fast
the doping Olympics coming to a TV screen near you. I'll believe it when I see it. But thank you for coming in. Mark, thank you for coming in. That's it from me. We're